Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video. So as I mentioned before in the previous videos, ladies and gentlemen, we have some videos coming down the pipeline, and this is one that I have been working on. I've kind of been collaborating a little bit with some of the in-game players, the guys that's been playing this game for a while now, and I'm trying to finesse some of these other videos to try to deliver you guys the most precise content or the best content that I can without misleading you guys or doing anything that isn't exactly true or 100% true. So today's video, we are going to take a look at some additional beginner guides tips. I think I'm going to make this part 2. Some of these tips might be a replay of the first video, but that is just because, guys, I cannot stress them enough. I see beginners asking the same questions in Discord, on Facebook, sending me DMs, asking me the same exact questions, and that's why sometimes you don't have any other choice but to repeat these guys. We're trying to get this message across to all of the beginner players. We're trying to help out those free-to-play players as much as possible, because you know as well as I know, money is hard to come by, ladies and gentlemen, especially during this pandemic, crazy, fun, fanatic time of a world we live in. So without further ado, let's check out the video. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so first things up on the top of my list right now, I have been asked this over and over and over again in Discord. I have been asked this over and over again on the Facebook page. Hey, and it always sounds something like this: Kodeations. They always tag me with the @ symbol. So Kodeations, you need to make a hero tier list, or hey, what hero should I focus on early game? Hey, what should I do with this? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So here is the answer to that beloved question, okay? Now, I know some of you guys are not going to like this answer, because this answer is not necessarily the best answer, I guess is what I'm going to say. Well, I guess I'm going to say this. It's the best answer, but it's not the answer that you were expecting, right? I'm not going to pull up the heroes list here on a gallery, and I'm not going to go through all these tiered lists or all these heroes right now in this specific video. Now, that video is coming in the future, so stay tuned for that. Please be sure to check it out. But as of right now, that is not what I'm going to give you. The information that I'm going to give you right now is going to be a beginner's guide and tip for your heroes, okay? So in this game, when you first download this game and you start the game up, you are going to get a kind of like a grow with me plan, right? It's free in the game. You automatically get it. Every single player starts off with this. This requires zero money spent. So what do I mean by that? So you just started up this game. This is an account that I rolled yesterday on the brand new server. Again, if you're wondering why I have so many accounts, I've been asked this question too before. Sorry, side note, just be patient with me. I roll so many accounts, guys, because I forget what some level requirements are to unlock stuff. For instance, something like this. Sometimes I want to know exactly how many of materials that you get for certain things. And I use this to create, be able to help me create the content that I create for my videos, is by having multiple accounts at different levels and different periods in the game. Helps me kind of relate to that perspective, right? Like free-to-play account for one, and then another one is like a test account, so I test like random things in that account. Another one is like this brand new one that I created. I did this just so I can get some of the lockout features, so you got to be a certain level for this, you got to be a certain level for this, etc., etc. So that's why I have multiple accounts. Back to what I was saying. So you started a brand new account, you're looking at this account, or you're a noob to the account, or I don't know, maybe you're halfway through the account and you haven't done anything active. Either way, it doesn't really matter. When you load up the account or the game, you're going to see this chalice in the top portion of your screen. Now, this is what they call the Newbie Boon, okay? So basically, you're a noob to the game, right? Because you haven't played this before, so you're at this level in the game. You have 3 different categories on the left-hand side. You're going to have Newbie Challenges, which is going to give you your heroic or your rare summoning scrolls, and it's going to give you enough shards once you complete them to summon the technically 4-star succubus. The game sucks you in by, or not really sucks you in, it just gives it to you, but it already gives it to you upgraded to a 5-star. However, the succubus is not a natural 5-star, so keep that in mind. Not a natural 5. But nevertheless, you get her. The other second unit that you get, which is way more important, is going to be Dracula. So you're going to get Dracula, which is going to be right here. He is a 5-star. Is he a 5-star hero? Let's double check really quick. Let's make sure. Yes, he is. Okay, so the second section that you're going to complete, and by the way, guys, this is literally just for playing the game, just for clearing the stages. You're going to get all of these heroic summons, which, by the way, is another tip for this video, but basically, you're going to get enough shards to summon Dracula. So this is going to be your either your first or your second 5-star, unless if you have gotten lucky and pulled a 5-star from your heroic or your rare summoning scrolls. Okay, so that is going to be hero number 1 on the list to focus on, especially early game. A lot of late game players are still running Dracula. He's actually a very good a very, very good unit to have. He does a lot of damage or a decent amount of damage, and he also converts damage to health, and then he does bleeding effects like DOTs and things like that. So again, and then it says like this, I think this one was grant immunity. Yeah, grants immunity to all damage and increases attack by 15% for 1 round. Can only be triggered to do once, but that is a huge factor, okay? Another benefit to him is he is a grave unit. So as you get more 4-stars and as you get different things like that, and if you summon a second copy of him, because you're already given 1 copy of him, he makes him very, very, very viable for in-game, because you can level him up fairly easy, okay? And that is also for free-to-play players and pay-to-play players, so not a big deal, but like I said, he is he's definitely a unit to continue to run with and keep until you potentially either decide to find something else, or he just doesn't work for your team comp, etc. But that's basically going to be your number 1 hero currently. As of right now, I would not focus on the Succubus. She is technically a 4-star hero, as I mentioned before in my other videos. We do not push 4-star heroes past 80. If you have to, absolutely push them to 100, but past that point, I do not recommend pushing pushing your 4-stars any farther than that. By that point, by the time you have all of your heroes leveled up to level 80 or level 100, 4-stars or not, you should have enough 5-stars to replace those 4-star units. Okay, so even if you don't, you should have enough 5-stars on your team already that you can run with a couple 4-stars at 80 or 100 and not, going past 100 and still be able to clear stages, okay, and progress in the game. That's your first section. The section is going to be your growth journey. As you just level up, your character levels up just from playing the game or idling. You will get additional rewards on here. Okay, so as you can see here, you get your first blue artifact, you get your first legendary gear, or whatever, and you're going to go through and everything. But one person you're going to take a look and be on the lookout for is going to be this guy. Once you hit level 60, which is not hard, ladies and gentlemen, I started this account yesterday about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it is already level 45. So the game does really, really well with your early levels. Just idling is what got me that. I haven't even been actively coming on here and, collecting my rewards because I'm not interested in growing the account. I'm just giving you guys an example. So, your growth journey. But when you hit level 60, it's not going to be hard. I'm going to say maybe 2 days if you're not actively playing and you're just collecting idle rewards every time they are maxed. And what that means is coming to the campaign hall. As you can see here, it's just the chest. So there's hardly any rewards in here. As this thing gets filled, the gold and stuff will continue to pile up around this. For those new players, as a tip, when this thing is maxed out, you will see it'll be like this massive heap of gold going all the way across the right hand corner of the screen. Once it looks super full, you probably should collect it because there is a cap, ladies and gentlemen. There's a cap, so you need to make sure that you get on here, select this really quick, and then you can just close the game and log out if you don't want to do anything else. But so your growth journey, level 60, it is going to give you the Storm Guard. Okay. In my opinion, okay, some people would disagree, but in my opinion, this is going to be a awesome tank. Maybe not the best tank in the game. I want to save that for another video. But definitely because he is the but he is technically the game's first one that he gives you that's a free warrior, okay? And why is he so fantastic? Well, he's awesome because of his skills stack on each other. He has a he deals damage against a target and enemies near it. Has a 30% chance to confuse them for 1 round. Okay, so that is a low chance. It's only 30%, but nevertheless, he's still doing damage, and he is still giving you a chance basically to confuse them for 1 turn. Okay, the second abilities on all these heroes, as a side tip, are all going to be stats. So this is just passive. Okay, so this is something you don't need to really focus too much on or worry about. But the third skill on here is going to be recovers HP if successfully parrying attack. Okay, so that is freaking huge for a tank, right? Because he is going to gain HP as he dodges, right? That's what the word parrying means, if you did not know. As he dodges an attack, he's going to recover HP. Now, where does his special ability come into play? His last ability on this list is Power of Storm. Each normal attack increases attack by 15% and parry by 15% for 2 rounds. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. As he normally attacks in the game, it doesn't matter. This is a passive ability. As he normally attacks, he's increasing his own attack and he's increasing his chance to parry, so basically dodge, by 15%, which then means, guess what? If he parries, he's healing. So again, he's going to be a free unit that's going to be given to you. That's why I feel like he is a good, strong unit to focus on early game. Okay. Another tip for the beginners that the last thing I guess that I really want to say about heroes in this game right now, is, since this is not a tier list, right? I'm not going to go through all of the heroes and tell you which ones you should focus on, which ones you shouldn't, blah, 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 blah. Okay. However, one thing that I can say to you is take what you get, okay? And literally, as I mean that, that's what I mean. Take what you get, all right? If you are playing this game and you're thinking, oh, I've got to have this perfect comp to take to end game, I can't progress anywhere in the game if I don't have this comp, blah, 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 you're wrong. You are sadly mistaken, okay? In this game, your 5-star units, the ones that when you go to your gallery and you look at that say maxed out at 250, those units are going to be the best units in the game. Hands down, there's not a 4-star unit that's better than a 5-star units, okay? No matter what. And so what I mean by that is take what you get. If you're summoning and you get, as you can see on this account, I just summoned these guys, but take what you can get, right? I'm using these 4-star heroes until I was able to summon. Once I was able to summon, I was able to pull these 2 5-stars. So as you can see here, I ended up pulling Thanos. So I will end up using Thanos. I ended up pulling Hora, so I'm going to end up using Hora. So, but my point is you have to utilize the heroes that you are getting, and like I said, those 5-star heroes are always going to trump your other heroes, okay? Now, it is unfortunate. There are times where, maybe you summon and you get, 4 priest or something, right? Like, clearly that comp is not going to work, right? Like, even though that comp or those priests that are 5 stars have more health or more attack or whatever as a priest or whatever it is, over your 4-star heroes, it's just not going to work in the long run. So in my opinion, do not level up, 4 priest, right? Do not level up for, 5-star warriors, right? Because it's not viable, right? So, again, play the game smart, but the tip for that underneath that I'm trying to establish with you guys is basically use what you have. If you pull a 5-star hero, that 5-star hero should be on your team. Once you have a max of 5-star heroes and you're pulling additional 5-star heroes, then of course, then you have that flexibility to kind of, go in and pick and choose and say, oh, okay, well, this guy's skills does this. Well, this guy's skills does this. Well, this guy would pair good with this guy. Whatever you want to do at that point, then it's worth it. But the reason why a lot of people have not come out with tier list yet is honestly, specifically just because everybody's comp is different. Everybody's pulls are RNG, right? So not everybody has all the same units at any given moment. Now, if we're all playing the game for 6 months, right, and we've all had the same amount of summons and we haven't spent a lot of money, then yeah, maybe those players would be, ideally close to each other. But again, use what you have. So that is going to be that tip. Okay, so the next tip that I have on here is going to be duplicates, okay? In this game is huge on duplicates, right? So what I mean by that is when you go to your hero section and you click on your heroes, and you need, and you want to progress that hero. So what I mean by that is let's go back to my main account really quick, because I can probably give you guys a better example because I have more stuff. Oh, all right. Come on, game. All right, so looking at the heroes here, right? When you go to the evolution tab, if you have this notification, this little red notification, early game, remember these are tips for early game. This is not a late game tip. When you have evolution on here, you should always come here and you should always check them out, right? You come here and you look and you say, okay, well, you know, I got this guy, I got this guy, I got this guy, whatever you have that you want to evolve. So you see this guy here, I've got some 5-star heroes here that I could use to select, you know, to put in here. Select these 3, boom, and I can select one or whatever, and I could push him to the next level, okay? Now, what I'm trying to get at here is some units need a duplicate. I wish I had one to give you guys an example. Let's see here. Is 120 a good one? Nope. I think it's the very first upgrade that you do. I'm very nope, it's not. Let me see here. Yeah, okay, right here. So here's a prime example. So taking a look at this guy, right? So you want to upgrade him, okay? And you want to push him to the next level of stars, as you can see here, the 1 red or the 6-star. You need a duplicate. So this is for every single hero in the game, right? You need a duplicate. So you can see here it's the exact same guy. You need another copy of him, plus you need another 5-star, you know, hero or whatever star that it requires, but you need another one or whatever these additional ones are, okay? So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to state that if you pull a 5-star hero, right? And let's say you pull, I don't know, let's just say you pull 3 5-star heroes, okay? But you end up pulling, do you know what I mean, a duplicate for one of those, right? But let's say you're like, I don't really want to use him. If you do that, that is a mistake. If you pull the duplicates, you should be using whatever heroes you can max level, okay? So looking at this, for instance, this is a prime example. I have this guy, right? This Pharaoh. He is an awesome unit. He's going to be, in my opinion, an in-game unit, or at least a late mid-game unit. A lot of people say, you know, that his kit is really, really nice for his abilities, okay? So somebody might come in here and argue and say, well, why are you using, like, this Elementalist Mage? Or, you know, why are you using, you know, one of these other, heroes and not using the Pharaoh? Well, it's exactly that exact same reason. I don't have a copy of him, do you know what I mean, in order to continue to level him up. So he is maxed out at level 100, right? Without being, here, we'll make this, without being in the Resonant Stone, because I want to take that out of the equation really quick. So without being, you know, in the Resonant Stone, right, you can see here he's only level 1 because he will have to max out at level 100. In order for me to allow him to go to level 120, you know, like the rest of my team, I need a copy of him. Well, I haven't pulled a copy of him. So even though I really like this unit and I want to use him, and I know he's very viable late game, until I actually pull, you know what I mean, or summon a copy of him in order to be able to level him, he is not worth my time right now. And that is why, as you can see here, I've pulled duplicates for these top heroes that I have on my list. And so since I've pulled duplicates for them, that's why I am using them, okay? So keep that in mind, right? Like that is something that that basically is the tip that I'm trying to get across to you. Use the 5-star heroes. Do you mean that you have pulled, that you have summoned? Those are going to be your top priorities. Once you get an abundance of 5-star heroes, and you have the ability then to pick and choose which ones you want to run with and use. But no matter what, even if you have the ability to pick and choose the ones that you want to use, when you get a duplicate of another hero that's on your bench that you're not using, but you can progress a higher level than the ones you are using, then those become precedent, in my opinion. Those become the most important, because you want to progress in this game, and you're going to hit a level wall. I mean, you're going to hit a level cap where you can't kill the enemies that you're trying to fight, and so that's why you have to continuously progress your heroes, okay? So that is going to be another tip for you there. The last thing that I want to get into for this video, I think, is going to be summons. Okay, so I know, again, I've said this a billion times, but I can't get it through you guys anymore. I'm telling you, I still see people asking, and I still see people making those exact same mistakes. So do not, ladies and gentlemen, do not buy your summons from the summoning hall. Okay, do not. It is a waste of diamonds. Your diamonds are better spent elsewhere in this game, and you are not getting the best value. You are buying these scrolls at face value from summoning hall. You were getting 0 deals. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so you're gonna ask yourself, well, then what the hell do I do with my diamonds? Right, every other idle game in the world, Kodeations, you know, they just tell you spend all of your diamonds on all the summons in the game. You just continue spamming all the diamonds in the summons. Yeah, that is not the same for this game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the same. In this game, I have already done the math for you, and I've already tallied it up. And if I am wrong, please feel free to comment and let me know in the video, or the comments down below this video. Okay, if I messed up, I apologize. I am a human just like everybody else is, but I have done some of the math and I have added some of the stuff up. Okay, and I'm here to tell you, you get a total for free, cost you 0, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to get 17 heroic summoning scrolls for free. Okay, and you're gonna say, well, where do I get those? Well, you go to the chalice over here when you first start up in the game, and in both of these packs right here, okay, I believe it's a total of 11. You're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so you're going to get 11 rare summoning scrolls just for playing the game for free from these 2 packs. Okay, and they cost $0, by the way. Remember that. The next session the next set of summons that you're going to get is, I think, 75. Yeah, 75. Once you hit level 75, which is, again, doing nothing but playing this game. You're not doing anything for them. You're not buying them. This is free to everybody. So once you hit 75, you're going to get 5 more. And then when you go to, when you go down here to the glory trophies, the game is going to give you, that is not the actual one. Where is it at here? Maybe it is up there. Maybe I was wrong. Go here, glory trophies. Yeah, it is right here. So as you perform 10 heroic summons, which you'll already have 10, you know, right, by the growth journey, and by completing these 2 here, you'll already have 10. So you'll actually get another one here, and that makes a total, ladies and gentlemen, of 17 heroic summons. Okay, that you're going to get automatically free in this game. You should be able to pull a 5-star from that. If you don't, I am very, very sorry, and I apologize, because RNGesus just hates you. Okay, but what I was getting at is in the glory trophies down here, once you do 20 summons, okay, once you do 20 of them, which you're going to get more, once you do 20 summons, the game is going to automatically give you a 5-star hero. Okay, again, this is a random race because they are technically shards, but nevertheless, you're going to get a 5-star hero no matter what. Okay, so that is going to be awesome. That is one of the things to keep in mind. And then the second part of the heroic scrolls that I want to tell you about, that I don't know if you're taking advantage of, is in the tavern here, right? We've got the Tavern of Quest event going on currently right now. If you don't know what I'm referring to, in your event section in the top right hand corner of your game, you will see Tavern Event. Your Tavern events right here. All you're doing is completing 4 stars, 5 stars, 6 stars, and 7-star events. And obviously, as you can see, they give you awesome summons, right? They give you 15 here, 8 source of life, a guaranteed 5-star, a couple spins, some 5 more scrolls here. So it's awesome rewards. But however, check this out. Okay, so keep an eye out on the rewards when you are re-rolling in the tavern, especially early gamers, especially beginners, especially noobs, especially, you know, I don't know, anybody who needs more summons, and you are a free-to-play account, because that's what we try to do. I'm trying to give you guys some free-to-play content here. I know this account on my 105 is not free to play, but my other accounts are. Taking a look at this, check this out. So we're going to hit the refresh button. It is going to refresh 5 of these bad boys, right? And look at that, we got lucky. So as you see here, Legend of the Gopher Scout, right? Now, this is not the quest name that you need to look out for every time, I don't think, but this is a general 4-star, easy to do, 6 hours to complete, but look what it guarantees, ladies and gentlemen. It gives you a rare summoning scroll, okay? So what do I recommend doing? I recommend locking that bad boy, right? We're going to continue to re-roll. I'm not going to re-roll this one because I do want these 4-star shards on this account for 1, but for 2, I also need the 5-star stuff for the tavern. So just for the sake of the video, we're going to re-roll the other ones. As you can see here, I pulled another 5-star quest here. We'll go ahead and lock that one too, just to see if I can get, I want to show you guys how easy it is to get some of these. So again, you are going to spend some diamonds doing this, but in my opinion, especially with these events going on, you're not wasting these diamonds, okay? These diamonds are going to be, in my opinion, way better spent, you know, in order to get some heroic summons. Now, as you can see here, we're getting unlucky. We're spending quite a bit of diamonds to do this. So again, it is not recommended to do this, you know, forever, of course. But to give you guys an idea, I was able to display you know, the first one here that popped up when we did the first reroll. Okay, so again, like I mentioned, keep an eye out for those. If you are in need of summons, this is probably the better way of going because you're going to get the rewards from this. And like I said, if there is an event going on for the tavern, you're going to also collect these rewards as you complete more tavern events. So that's been it for me, guys. I hope you guys found some value in this video. We just hit the 24-minute mark. I'm apologizing for the long freaking video. But anyways, guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video. I will see you guys on the next one. Buh.